Memorial Day flea market, comic books. What did I get?
Can't stop. Been holding up for too long. You made it hot. Too hot to be around, yeah.
What's up, comic book junkies? Mike Smith here in the comic book room lair, Nighttiger's lair. Went to the flea market today. Shoot, walked for 4.5 hours, and he got up to, I think my son said the heat index was 102. Did find a lot of comics. Let's start showing them. Okay, so the flea market in Webster, Florida, it's not as good as hasn't been really good lately. The last couple of times I went, more readers than anything really. The first vendor I went to had probably about 10 long boxes. Everything was $1. I just thought this was pretty cool. I wanted to read it. It's from 1987. Number 1, Kilgore, military book. Cool submarine cover. That's why I picked that one up. I don't think I had this issue of Defenders. It actually rolled behind some of the books. Now I'm going to have to press it. So it's Defenders 88, October 1980. Kind of right in the era where I really started reading comics a lot, more than cutting them up. Defenders. So I had a bigger stack, but I couldn't get him to come down on $1. I tried really hard. He's like, come back later when, people have gone by or after a couple hours, and I'm like, eh. So Animax number 1, Star Comics. I don't know anything about this. I'm gonna guess it's a toy line. You tell me. Saw a lot of these out there. It seemed like a few of the vendors had bought a bigger collection from a bigger stock from maybe a storage unit or something like that. Because a lot of them had the same issues or they had the same stickers on them. Now, this guy also had, I think I left like 6 to 10 more books that had Simonson autographs on them. So Louise Simonson signed this one. And this is number 15, May 1995. I do have the MCU variant, the DCU logo variant of this. But just a cool kind of fishnet stocking, true love romance, and it's signed. And I also got this one. Now, this one is the DCU Universe variant, Steel, number 8, signed by Louise Simonson. I don't know. I doubt her signature goes for much. There was a lot of books in there signed by her. I picked up this second copy. I'll probably put this in the prize packs, reader packs that I prize out. It's first Adam Hughes in comics. And I remember getting this in a trade with Tom Ryan. Shout out to Tom Ryan. He's going to do some flea market hauls lately. But just to show you, there you go. First Adam Hughes in comics. Not a big deal. That's probably my third copy I've seen out in the wild. Smaller press, so they might be a little bit harder to find. So this is still the first deal. I put all these books in the coolness, what I thought was like the coolness of the books. So the cooler one should be at the end. 80-page giant, Action Comics 600, May 1988. This is right where I quit collecting, or around where I quit collecting, because I'm only collecting newsprint comics from now on. So this is the kind of the era where they changed them to Baxter paper and then higher quality papers. I don't know, I find the art to be a lot cooler looking on the newsprints when it's just the four colors. It's just like that's how comics are supposed to be. That's like the original way they're supposed to be printed. Here we have Comico, Adam Hughes on cover. Interior, The Maze #1. It's some kind of like detective or spy agency or something like that. December 1988, #1. I had a lot of #1s from smaller press comics in there from the 80s. I put a lot back. Okay, so at the time, mid 80s, it was Ninja Turtles were a huge success, so there was a lot of rip-offs. And you've heard of the what is it, the extraterrestrial black belt hamsters or something like that. I do have that, but now I have this one, the geriatric gangrene jujitsu gerbils, #1, 1986. And then I have the preteen dirty jean kung fu kangaroos, #1. And lastly, the cold-blooded chameleon commandos. All these are really high grade too. This is August 86. This is August 86. So I think these all came out the first month. Here's #2. These are Blackthorn Publishing. Blackthorn does a lot of cool comics. So that's #2. So those were all $1. We're still at the first vendor. Then we got a Charlton Battle Action #42, June 1962. And then we have the Flintstones 3D #1. Some Bullwinkle and Rocky 3D #1. Now I saw this other vendor that I bought stuff had #2. This was $1. They wanted $5 for #2. Okay, still moving on. So I have this already, so it's probably going to go in a reader pack, a prize pack, or something. Just a cool Bronze Age cap. Right at the late, I think this is 1980. 80, 81. It's 80. That's when I was kind of buying comics off the newsstand. So the look of that just kind of like warms my cockles. I see these corner boxes because when you first buy off the newsstand and you go and the first thing you see is the corner box. So it brings back that nostalgia when you were younger, buying comics when they were first coming out. We have a Milgram Captain Hulk, #257, May 81, cover issue. I don't think I had this one. Now these are still all the same vendor. Almost done. So we got Cap Battles Doc Ock. Nice Mike Zeck cover and interiors. This is from July 81, #259. This is when I was buying off the newsstand. I was all into that Mike Zeck Captain run. Who's the girl he was dating? Rosie or something? He was a cartoonist, and they try to really develop the Steve Rogers side. I forget who wrote that. No, the girl he was going with was named Bernie. Who I don't remember who wrote that, but it was really good. It was Mike Zeck doing the art, and I can't remember who was writing it. Steve Englehart, maybe. I'm not sure. Mike Zeck art again, #265, January 82. Spider-Man cover. Mike Zeck goodness. More Mike Zeck right here. So 277, January 83. What a beautiful Zeck. All these were $1. And then the last one from that dealer was this book right here for $1. Pretty cool. Reprinting Golden Age galore inside. Smithsonian book. So a lot of Golden Age in here. It goes publisher to publisher. I can't wait to really dig into this baby. We got what's this, Walt Kelly right there. So pretty cool. I always read these inside cover things first and get excited about what's inside the book. So I got that for $1. Not bad. Not bad at all. Are you with me so far? Okay, so this next vendor, you ever have the guilty book you buy out of guilds? Well, it was a young kid and he was selling his comics for $2 and they were all ratty. I actually didn't see this corner miss until I gave him the $2. But I thought, what the heck? So from 1952, number 401, 4-color, Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse and Goofy's Mechanical Wizard. Robot cover. This is from June of 1952. It looks all right in the Mylar. It's pretty low grade. Everybody wants to sell their comics for $1, even when they're not even worth 30 cents. Beat up, falling apart, coverless. Okay, so that was one vendor. Then another vendor had a lot of more modern stuff, had 3 short boxes. He was yelling at another guy, hey, just take both short boxes for 20. Believe me, they weren't worth 20. But I did find this book, and it was already in a brand new Mylar, so I paid the $1 for it because everything was $1. But I think I have this already. So this is the Tarantula is back with a vengeance. All-Star Squadron number 24 August. I'm going to guess 83 maybe. Maybe later. Probably 80, 84, 85. It probably says. No. But it's in a nice Mylar. It's brand new. Clean bag. So I thought, what the heck's worth $1? Got that from one vendor. And then another vendor, I was walking by. Sometimes I'm so quick to buy a book because I want to be on my way that I don't really look at it. Like the Walt Disney Mickey Mouse one, missing that little piece of the cover. So I bought this for $2. Then I realized it had this when I was bagging it. But a Modern Comics reprint of World of Wheels, number 23. I can only guess 1970, 69. Just another one to throw in the Charlton box. Charltons are cool. I love them. Okay, so the next lady, I went through her. She didn't have much. She had like this little box of comics stacked that way. And I went through, like if she says $1, I don't think I'm going to buy anything. I was expecting her to say $1. So she said 50 cents. So I was like, okay, I'll grab a few things. Nothing spectacular, but by AC Comics, FemForce number 1. I don't know if that's 1988 or 89 or something. But it's Golden Age Heroes with original stories. So what the heck? So that was a quarter. That was 50 cents. This was 50 cents. A Robotech Defenders number 1, DC. Now this next series, I read this back in the late 90s. I liked it. She had a few issues. I grabbed the number 1, Ninja number 1. I forget who. Is this by Eternity Comics? I can't remember. I think it is. So Ninja number 1. And then she had a couple of these. I never saw these before. So this is a one-shot from 1988 by DC. Special edition. Representing the classic saga of Kanigher and Kubert. Viking Prince and Sergeant Rock team up. Right in my wheelhouse. Still has newsprint. 2 cool characters that I loved reading as a kid, especially Sergeant Rock. But the reason I bought stuff from her was this. I saw this in here, and I'm like, I want this. Especially when I noticed it was the number one. Number one. So official poster monthly number one, Charlie's Angels. And according to Amazon description, that this is a really rare or hard to find collectible. There's one on eBay for $42 plus shipping. Best offer. I got it for 50 cents. I opened it up. I grew up on Charlie's Angels. It's beautiful inside. It has actually a little bio on every one of the angels that appeared on the show. And then on the back, or on the front, back, whichever you consider, you have the poster of all three originals. Now, who was your favorite Charlie's Angel? Not from the movie, but the TV show. Mine was Chris. Cheryl Ladd. I was in love with her. Ooh. So it's like a fine range. It has, where the thing folds up. There's probably two about an eighth, a half inch tears. Other than that, it's really nice. So that was that vendor. So that lady, 50 cents a piece. The next one, so the main guys that are usually there with the killer books, you've seen my videos in the past. Charles supposedly was there. He's the guy who usually has the, like old, hard to get Golden Age, all keys. The last two times I've seen him, he's not brought anything. Someone said he was there. I didn't see him. Mike Jones, he was there, but his brother was running his booth. And I bought a lot of killer stuff off him. He usually has like 20 long boxes. He had like 3 or 4 short boxes this time. But his brother gave me, I thought it was a pretty decent deal. So we'll start out. I got 4 books from him. Beware number 8 from Marvel. That's from May 74. So these were $250. Everything was $250 a piece. I picked up a 3rd copy of this. I got a price variant and then 2 regular copies. But actually, I think I have 3 regular copies of this. I just love this Frank Thorne cover. It is just so beautiful. This should have been a candidate for the cover for number 1. Just looks like a number 1 cover. So that's from May 1976. Then I picked this up. Oh man, I was picking it up for the grandson. And I have it already, but I don't think I have the newsstand. So this is the newsstand. What if number 50, the Hulk had killed Wolverine? Killer chromium cover. I don't know what you call it. Foil. It's got the Hulk's reflection in the skull. This is just one of my favorite later Bronze Age comics by Marvel. Like I said, I already have it, but I don't think I have the newsstand. So I think this might just stay in the collection. All right, so I was happy to get this book for $250. It's a really high grade book. It's not a price. It doesn't go for a whole lot, but it's a really, I think, killer kind of Bronze Age Marvel. It's beautiful. It's blue. It's got first appearance of Paragon. Later becomes her in 2-in-1. Then she becomes, how do you say that? Jaridia, Starduster, Kismet, and then Aisha. But really high grade copy of this. And I've kind of always wanted to find this book or buy it, but at one time it was kind of hot a little bit. But $250 I think is just a great deal. 1977, and that is the Incredible Hulk Giant Size Annual number 6. So those were the 4 books from that vendor. And that was Mike Jones. It was his, well, he wasn't there. Mike Jones is cool. Got a lot of great stuff from him in the past. All right, we're almost winding this thing down. So is this the last one? So the last booth, Marissa and Sam, they were really cool. Sat there and talked for quite a while. She actually gave my wife an American Doll to give to my granddaughter. but they had the best comics there, and they really gave you a deal. They'd negotiate with you, whatever. She said she sold a Dave Stevens Twisted Tales earlier, and the guy was super happy about it. And that's what I liked. She really liked to make the customers happy. She likes to their smile on their face. So I started talking to her for a while about the channel, the live show coming up, comics in general, collecting. She started giving me free books, and I felt bad. I said, I got $7 left. Would you sell me like a $10 book? And she's like, sure. And I picked one out. She's like, no, just have it. So I was like, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to buy another book with this money. And she actually had the first appearance of, where is that book at? No, it's up here. Yeah, here it is. So she had this book. They had 60 on it. I offered them 40. They said, how about 45? But I was out of cash and I was going to use PayPal, but the internet was so bad I couldn't do it. And kind of didn't want to buy it because I wasn't using cash. I would be using credit. But I almost got another copy of that for 45. It was a pretty decent copy, like a 6.570. Anyways, so I got all these books from them. So we'll start out with this one. So she had a box of Charltons, and her Charltons were a really nice shape. And a lot of them were $2. So this one was about $2, $1 with the free comics she gave me and the discounts. Really high grade copy, all Steve Ditko issue, number 49, May 1980. What is that? Haunted Library. And then this one I thought was just a cool cover. It's a Wayne Howard cover. And like I said, all her Charltons are really nice. So this is number 107 of All Ghostly Tales, October 73. It's a really cool fishbowl, outer space kind of cover. And a really nice copy for a Charlton. And then this one was a little more money, but I got like $2 off. It's like $8. But it's really nice. I mean, I'm telling you, all her Charltons are really nice condition for $8. Wayne Howard Classic Love Fest cover. I saw this and I don't think I may have seen it in passing, but as soon as I seen this, I'm like, I want this in the collection. It's just a unique cover. It drew me right away. I couldn't stop thinking about it after I seen it. Actually went back, pulled it out. So I got that. That's Midnight Tales number 17, March 1976. This is my third copy of this. I'm going to buy this book anytime I can find high-grade copies for inexpensive. So it's a John Severin cover. Werewolf, Cull, number 8, May 1973. And you can get these high grades for less than $10. I've gotten 3 of them already. It's just a beautiful book. So 2 more left. And she had a ton. I wish I had more money. She had a lot of good stuff. And not your normal stuff either, like this book here. Be $8 for this. Really nice condition. Probably like a fine plus. Maybe VF. But Giant Size Chillers number 3, Night of the Gargoyle. And then this is the first gold key of this character. So it went from Dell to gold key. It's a giant issue. So the last book I figure is the favorite of mine probably out of the whole haul this day. And it's in really nice shape. It's VF plus. I'm not VF, VG plus. The Quick Drama Garage Roundup. November 1962, number 12. First gold key issue. And this thing is a monster. I had to put it in a Golden Age bag. So I'll leave you with that. That was pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of reader stuff. I think it was an average haul if you had to put it on 1 to 10. I don't. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be going back to Webster anytime in the future. It's just it seems to be going downhill. Not very fast, but and when I go there, I have like I'll take like $80 and I end up spending it all when I shouldn't. Should just focus on the good stuff, but I don't. I'm like, I want to buy. I'm having so much fun just going through boxes, and you want to help people and vendors and help them out because it's hard making money in a flea market. But I had fun. I exercised. I hung out with my wife. Got to see my granddaughter. My son showed up. My daughter-in-law. So overall, I rate the whole thing a 10. Peace out.